Let me ask you something. Have you ever walked into a room and felt like someone there just knew things? Like they saw the world differently? Like their mind was sharp, calm, focused, almost intimidatingly smart? That's the kind of mind we're going to build today. Not just smart in books, but a mind that can't be fooled, a mind that stays calm under pressure, a mind so strong it makes people stop and take you seriously, even without saying a word. And here's the truth. You don't need to be born a genius. You build this kind of mind, one small decision at a time, and anyone can do it, including you. Let's start. 1. Train your mind to be quiet when everyone else is loud. Most people react. They argue, complain, panic, overthink. Their minds are noisy, always running, always spinning. But strong minds, they pause, they listen, they observe before they speak. Imagine this. 2 people get into an argument. One starts yelling. The other just looks at them, calm, unreadable. Who has more power? Exactly. The one who controls their mind wins. Want to be that person? Start practicing silence. Not silence just to be polite. I'm talking about mental silence. You don't need to answer right away. You don't need to post every thought. Sometimes power comes from being the one who doesn't react. That kind of mental strength, it scares people. Not in a bad way, but in a respectful way. 2. Read the world like a puzzle. Here's the thing. Most people go through life on autopilot. They just do what everyone else is doing. But strong minds notice patterns. They study human behavior. They read books, yes, but more importantly, they read life. When something goes wrong, most people say, "Why is this happening to me?" But someone with a strong mind says, "What is this trying to teach me?" Start looking at every situation like a puzzle. Why did that person say that? Why did that fail? Why did that work? The more you train your brain to analyze instead of just experience, the stronger it gets. That's when people start noticing something different about you. You're not just living, you're learning as you live. 3. Feed your mind like you feed your body. You wouldn't eat junk food all day, right? Then why feed your mind garbage? Social media drama, negative people, meaningless gossip. It's all mental junk food. And if that's all your brain gets every day, guess what? It becomes lazy. But if you feed your mind with ideas, challenges, new knowledge, it grows. Start simple. Read 10 pages of a good book every day. Listen to one podcast while walking. Watch videos that teach you something, not just distract you. Bit by bit, your brain becomes stronger. And here's the cool part. People will feel it. They won't know why, but when you speak, they'll listen. 4. Master emotional discipline. Now this one is a big one. Anyone can act smart when life is easy. But what about when things go wrong? When you're stressed, tired, angry? That's when true mental strength shows. Emotional discipline doesn't mean hiding your feelings. It means learning how to manage them, to feel without losing control. Let me give you an example. Let's say someone insults you. You want to yell back, but instead you pause. You breathe. You choose your response. That moment, that's power. Because weak minds react instantly. Strong minds pause and then act with intention. If you can master this, your energy changes. You become someone people can't mess with. Not because you're scary, but because you're unshakable. 5. Learn to think for yourself. This one is huge. Most people copy. They follow trends, follow opinions, follow what the crowd says. But a powerful mind, it questions everything. It asks, why is everyone doing that? Is this really true? Does this make sense for me? You know what scares people more than anything? Someone who thinks for themselves. It threatens the system. It makes others uncomfortable. But it also makes you free. Start forming your own beliefs, even if they're different. Even if they're unpopular, you don't need to be loud about it. Just know who you are and what you believe. That's rare. That's powerful. And that's what makes people stop and say, whoa, this person's mind is different. 6. Build a long attention span in a world that has none. Let me be honest. Right now, the world is full of people who can't focus for more than 8 seconds. They scroll all day. Their minds jump from one thing to another. But you're going to be different. You're going to build deep focus. Because when your brain can stay on one thing, one goal, one idea for a long time, you become unstoppable. Start small. Read for 20 minutes without checking your phone. Work on one task without switching tabs. Meditate for 5 minutes and just breathe. It's like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it gets. And soon people will wonder, how do you stay so calm, so focused, so productive? That's your secret. You've trained your mind in a way they haven't. 7. Don't show off. Let your presence speak. Here's something surprising. The smartest people don't need to say they're smart. They don't need to argue or prove themselves all the time, because their energy does the talking. When you build a strong mind, it shows in your eyes, in your posture, in the way you carry yourself. People sense it. They respect it, even if they can't explain why. So don't waste time trying to impress people. Focus on building substance. Become the kind of person whose silence says more than someone else's speech. That's next level strength. And it's rare. So look, you don't have to be born gifted. You don't need to have all the answers today. But if you choose to train your mind, to stay calm when others panic, to think deeply when others rush, to focus when others scroll, to reflect when others react, you'll become the kind of person people can't ignore. You'll build a mind so strong, it scares people, not because you're dangerous, but because your clarity, your focus, your energy makes them realize how lost they are in comparison. And that's when you'll know you've stepped into a different league. 8. Protect your mind like it's sacred. A strong mind isn't just built, it's protected. Think about it like this. If you built a beautiful home, would you let random strangers walk in with muddy shoes? Of course not. So why let negativity, drama, or toxic people walk into your mental space? Guard your energy. Be picky about who you let into your life. You don't need to argue or explain. Just protect your peace. If someone constantly drains you, question why they're still in your circle. If something always triggers stress or self-doubt, take a step back, because a strong mind thrives in a healthy environment. And sometimes strength isn't about fighting. It's about knowing when to walk away. 9. Become the calm in the storm. Life will test you. Stress, deadlines, heartbreaks, failure, they're all part of the journey. But here's what separates strong minds from the rest: how they respond under pressure. When chaos hits, weak minds panic. Strong minds slow down, breathe, and lead. Train yourself to be that person, the one others turn to when everything's falling apart, the one who doesn't add fire but brings clarity. Start by practicing this simple rule. Don't react emotionally to temporary situations. Give your mind space before making decisions. Take a walk, journal, sit in silence. The more you do this, the more powerful you become, because while others are losing control, you're gaining it. That kind of calm, it's magnetic, it's rare, and yes, it scares people a little. 10. Think in years, not days. Most people think short term. They want results now. They quit if it takes too long. But a strong mind plays the long game. It understands that building something great takes time, whether it's a skill, a career, a relationship, or your own self. Don't chase quick wins. Focus on compounding your effort over months, even years. Want to be exceptional? Do what others aren't willing to do for longer than they're willing to do it. Train daily. Learn constantly. Invest in your future self. While others are distracted by the next shiny thing, you'll be quietly becoming undeniable. And one day, they'll look at you and wonder, how did they get so far ahead? The answer? You trained your mind to think bigger. 11. Choose growth over comfort every time. Comfort is the enemy of strength. It's easy to scroll, easy to complain, easy to stay the same. But strong minds choose growth, even when it's hard. You'll be tempted to avoid the uncomfortable things, but don't. That's where power lives. Speak up in that meeting. Ask that question in class. Try the thing that scares you. Your mind grows every time you face fear, and do it anyway. The truth is, most people avoid discomfort. That's why they stay average. But you're different. You choose discomfort because you know that's where the edge is. And the more you do that, the less anything scares you. 12. Let your mind lead your life. Everything starts in your mind. Your habits, your confidence, your success, your peace. If your mind is weak, the world controls you. But if your mind is strong, you control your world. So when people ask you, how are you so calm? How do you stay focused? How are you always moving forward? You'll know the truth. You built it. You trained it. You worked on your mind while everyone else was ignoring theirs. And now you carry something most people don't: inner power. So here's what I want you to remember. You don't need to shout. You don't need to prove anything. You don't need anyone's permission. Just quietly build. Read. Think. Reflect. Focus. Say no more often. Surround yourself with growth. Do the work that no one sees. And let the results speak so loudly that people can't look away. Because when you build a mind that's focused, calm, and clear, you don't just become smarter. You become someone people respect, even fear a little. Not because you're arrogant, not because you're better, but because you stand out in a world full of noise. And when that happens, you'll no longer need to chase anything. The right people, the right opportunities, the right life will start to find you. That's what happens when you build a mind so strong, it scares people. Strong mind, quiet power, unshakable life. Subscribe for more. You're only getting started.